So as a result of my pregnancy, I ended up stretching my relaxer for 1 whole year. On August 18th at 2:56 and 2:58 p.m. my life changed forever. So guys, we're gonna do some makeup and talk. I'll fill you guys in on what I have been up to. So being pregnant in a pandemic is not something that I envisioned. It was so different from what I envisioned for my first pregnancy. I'm priming my face using the Revlon Photo Ready primer. All the products will be listed in the description box below, but yeah, COVID definitely changed the way my pregnancy looked from what I had in mind. My boyfriend only ended up going to one of my many appointments. He would have to come to all the other appointments. He would have to drop me off and wait outside for me. I remember one of them, they did allow him on a video call, but it's not the same as being there in person. So I feel like that kind of took away from his experience of being a first-time dad, and I hated that for him. So my doctor's visits were super lonely and very scary because this is my first pregnancy. I don't know what to expect, and you want to make sure your baby's okay, right? So imagine all of the doctor appointments I'm going in, and at this point I'm pregnant with twins, so I just want to hear 2 heartbeats and then I'm all settled. So you're going in not knowing what to expect, and if you have to hear something bad, you're hearing it all by yourself. And those pregnancy hormones plus being just a normal human being, being emotional if something is wrong with your child, yeah, you're gonna have to hear all that alone, and that's not a good feeling. So it's kind of weird being pregnant during COVID. I don't know what it's like being pregnant outside of COVID because these are my first children. But yeah, there was that, and then I had to change my gynecologist because the one that I selected, she could no longer be my gynecologist. The hospital that she has delivery The hospital that she has delivery privileges at was no longer accepting maternal patients, so she had to refer me to another GYN who I did not like. His bedside manners was just atrocious, and I just didn't like the environment. Just everything about it was off, and I had to find a new GYN immediately. But that wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. That took a lot of going through like reviews and all of that stuff, and finally I found my doctor, who is absolutely amazing, but it took a process for me to get him to be my doctor. So basically I'm almost 6 months pregnant at this point, and I'm pregnant with twins, and I had pre-existing hypertension. So those factors led to them saying that they had to review my medical records and submit it to the doctor to see if he would take me in as a patient. After about 2 days, I received a call back saying yes, they would take me in as a patient. I was so happy but nervous at the same time because I didn't know if I was gonna like this doctor. So when I went in, the environment, I loved it. It was like Queens meets Manhattan. I don't know how to explain it. It was just like, as soon as I walked into his office, I felt like I was in some type of luxury, and I loved that. And I'm like, okay, please let me like this doctor. So when he walked in the room, you guys, he was so sweet, so pleasant, and in my head I'm just like, yes, this is exactly what I've been looking for. I want a doctor that's gonna make me feel comfortable and have confidence in what I'm about to do. This is my first pregnancy. I don't need a doctor that's gonna scare me and harp on my hypertension all day. I know I have hypertension. I've been living with this for years. So okay, I've never been pregnant while I have the hypertension, but as my doctor, I'm expecting you to guide me as to what to do, what not to do while being pregnant with hypertension. I don't need you to be like, oh, you have high blood pressure, and harp on my stuff all day. Like, that's not what we're here for. And my new doctor did not do that. Like, he handled everything with the utmost confidence, and that made me have confidence. If you are pregnant and you have a gynecologist that you do not like, that you're not comfortable with, do not be afraid to change your GYN. Like, change it. I don't care how pregnant you are. Try to change your doctor if you can, and get somebody that you're comfortable with, because this is the most vulnerable state of your life. You are bringing life into this world. If you're having a C-section, you're about to be cut open in your most vulnerable state in front of this person, and you gotta make sure they know what they're doing. And if you're giving vaginal birth, that's the most vulnerable you can be in front of a complete stranger. I mean, you're gonna want to be comfortable, right? So y'all, my go-to fall look is super basic. It consists of these two shades, 1 and 2, from this Milani Most Love Matte palette. I will link it down below. I did do a review of this palette on my blog, so you guys can see the shades and everything. But it's a beautiful palette from the drugstore, only $20, and I love it. So I just take one brush and the whole look is done. Like, so simple. This is my go-to everyday fall look. Yeah, so being pregnant in COVID was like so isolating, y'all. I couldn't be around anyone. I didn't get to have like a baby shower or a traditional gender reveal. Everything was done online. My gender reveal was done online, and so we knew the gender and we revealed it to our family and friends. I was not expecting to be pregnant with 2 boys. I was just hoping it would be 1 boy and 1 girl, and yeah, I would be done with having kids, because that's all I wanted, 2 kids, like 1 boy, 1 girl. But God had other plans, and he gave me 2 beautiful boys, Aaron and Amir, and you guys will meet them soon. So make sure you are following me on Instagram if you aren't already, because my Instagram fam are usually the ones to find out stuff first. So like I said, being pregnant in COVID was super isolating, and I couldn't do like basic stuff for myself. Like, I wanted to do a video, like a shop with me for the baby. I couldn't go outside because like wearing a mask and being pregnant you're already like short of breath sometimes, and then wearing a mask on top of that. Some stores were closed, so online shopping was my thing. You guys, my UPS man knows me, like he knows me, and this man is probably tired of me because I've made 20,000 Amazon order. I mean, literally, I spent over $1,300 on Amazon. Matter of fact, one of my orders was $1,300, plus all the other orders that I had to do. And I mean, Amazon has been my best friend. Target has been my best friend, especially after pregnancy. I thought I got everything that I wanted before I was pregnant, but y'all, the amount of orders that I made after I was pregnant, I don't know, like, this is ridiculous. I think I have just like a habit of just being on Amazon and shopping for no reason. Raise your hand if you have a shopping problem, because I do not want to feel alone in this. So guys, my apologies in advance for the change in lighting in the video. I was trying to film with natural light, then I had to turn my studio lights on because the natural light decided to go bye-bye. I had to take my hair down real quick because this was bugging. It was falling out and everything. But even for like my maternity shoot, I couldn't get it done exactly how I had envisioned because that would require a photographer. So my boyfriend and I just took the camera and we went out to the park, and we did like 3 different maternity shoots. They all turned out great, but it wasn't exactly what I had envisioned for my first pregnancy. If I do decide to have a daughter though, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that idea with her. But yeah, everything kind of changed because of COVID. The only great thing that I'd say comes from COVID is that I could stay home being pregnant, because y'all, the demand on my body, I slept like all day, literally hours and hours a day, 12 hours sometimes. It was crazy. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, y'all know I've been cooking at 2 a.m. in the morning. You know, you guys can go check out my Instagram story highlights to see all the meals that I cooked during my pregnancy. I was having some crazy 2 a.m. cravings and all that stuff. I kind of miss those days. Those days I got some sleep. Right now, mama is struggling when it comes to the sleeping game. Like right now, I'm about to conceal my little eye bags because they're showing up themselves. If I get like 4 hours of sleep at night, that is considered an accomplishment. Like, you guys have no idea how precious sleep is. If you have the opportunity to sleep, cherish it, please. For me, for all the mothers, we need you to cherish that sleep because we don't get it. But yeah guys, being pregnant in this pandemic has not been the most fun experience, and neither is giving birth. I had to give birth at 36 weeks. My doctor was shooting for 37 maximum because of my hypertension and the fact that I'm carrying twins. So we almost made it to 37, but at week 35 we found out that my baby B was having some growth restrictions, and so they wanted to just end the pregnancy right there. And so I gave birth at 36 weeks on August 18th at 2:56 and 2:58 p.m. My life changed forever. I'm so in love with my little munchkins, Aaron and Amir. They are like the highlight of my life, highlight of my day, month, year, everything. They're just everything. They're so cute. You guys will get to meet them soon. But they are just so cute and adorable. I can't get enough of them. They kind of drive me crazy, but then make me insanely happy at the same time. It's insane. But yeah, guys, prior to giving birth, I had to take a COVID test, and let me tell you something. That test is not something that you want to take. If you have to take it at the hospital, I imagine that they're doing it, the right way at the hospital, and they push that stuff all the way back in your nose and then tell you to swallow. That is like hell. I am terrified of needles, and I would rather take 10 injections before ever taking a COVID test ever again. My boyfriend also had to take the test because he's the only one who was allowed in the room with me. I could only have one visitor, and they told me that I was lucky because 3 weeks before they were not allowing anyone to be in the room. So imagine giving birth alone. For what I experienced, if I had to do that alone, I would have been, no, there's no way I was giving birth alone. That was insane. I had a C-section, by the way. Being cut open like that, no, there's no way I would have done that alone. Crazy. So if you're a mom and you have to go through that alone, I am so sorry. Like, my heart goes out to you because I can't even imagine what that was like. And to all the people who lost their loved ones because of this whole virus, my heart goes out to you. I know that was like a super isolating situation because you can't even see them or anything like that or be with them in their final moments. So that has to be traumatic itself. So yeah, I definitely sympathize with you guys as well. But giving birth in that whole pandemic just made me so paranoid. I sanitized everything. I had to make sure everything was sanitized, in that we're not tracking, you know, the virus into our home. So as a result of my pregnancy, I ended up stretching my relaxer for 1 whole year. I never thought that was something that I could do, and I had this plan of going to the salon and having my hairstylist help me in my stretch, you know, getting my hair blow dried straight once a month to kind of manage my new growth and everything. But I had to take a different route because everywhere was shut down for a while, and when stuff opened back, just because of everything going on, we had to wear masks in the salon. Being pregnant, being short of breath, and then wearing a mask was a little bit too restrictive for me. So I had to stretch my relaxer on my own, and I did it for a little over a year. So my last relaxer was September 21st, 2019, and my most recent relaxer wasn't until the 5th of October 2020. So that is a little over a year, and I am going to share with you guys in another video my tips on how I did it, and I'm gonna share my wash day routine, what my wash day routine was like. So make sure you are subscribed for that. But I'm just gonna contour and finish up my face. Okay, so this is a picture of what my hair looks like now. You guys, I had all of 6 inches of new growth, and I really did expect to have like a really big haircut, but I ended up cutting off about 2.5 inches in some places, which is not bad for somebody who didn't get a trim for an entire year. Well, I tried to do it myself once, but that did not work out very well, and I'm like, you know what, we're gonna leave this to the professionals, and I'm just not gonna have a trim, and I may need to get like a really big haircut after I relax my hair. And I only trimmed about 2.5 inches at most off, and that was kind of shocking to me. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely get that video out for you guys as to how I did it, all my tips and all that fun stuff, so you guys can look forward to that. So guys, that is it from me. I hope you all enjoyed catching up with me. If you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe. I am back posting videos, so hope you guys stick around for more content from me, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.